Welcome back, you guys, to another Mail Run Monday. Today, my husband is out fishing with some of our neighbors / friends. So it's just going to be me and Arlo today. So it's a girls' day, going to get the mail. He got going around 6, I don't remember. It was kind of like an earlier-ish start to our day. So I saw him off and we're going to go get the mail. So if you're new here, Mail Run Monday is where you and I go get the mail together and I answer some of your questions. Going to get the mail here is a little bit more adventurous than traditional going to get the mail because we don't have road access here. So today we're going to take the snowmobile for the first time. I'm so excited. And we'll answer some of your questions. So thank you so much for sending in questions. There's some good ones. A lot of good ones. And the first one, I get this question all the time, and it is, what's your favorite winter coat? What are some of your favorite winter clothes? And I'm in the process of making a few like winter clothing themed videos, like how to layer, where to invest your money, where to save your money, how to put together winter outfits. I'm working on those right now, but I do want to share a new coat that I have with you that I'm very excited about. My friends at Overland gifted me one of their beautiful coats. I better just show you. I don't know if you guys are ready for this coat. It's my dream coat. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay, we should talk about this coat. Yeah, let's talk about this coat. Okay, so I want to talk about this coat, and I want to talk about it in a way that's like helpful for you so that you kind of know what to look for when you're looking for a coat, because this is a really good example of a coat for somebody who lives in a cold place. So if you're like one of my fellow Minnesotans, or you're in Canada, or you're in any of the really cold places in the world, this coat is a great example of function meets style. Okay, because yes, this is a beautiful coat, but it is also rated for -42 Fahrenheit, which like for me, that's gonna happen where I live. But this is their Dakota hooded Toscana sheepskin coat. It's a full sheepskin coat. So yes, it is real. I don't have any other coats that have real sheepskin, or that are as natural as this. So it is something that you're going to have for a lifetime if you go with natural as opposed to a synthetic coat. It is so much warmer. But one thing that I want to point out to you, if you're looking for a winter coat, and this is something that I see that people discount all the time, they think it's something that is just for style, and that is a fur ruff on your hood. So this is a fully lined hood, right? There's fur all up in it. You can also get ones that just have like the ruff, which means it's just trimmed with fur, faux fur, real fur. But the reason why I love that so much in a coat, like it's something that I look for in my extreme cold weather sort of coats, is because it cuts the wind. So if it's really windy, all I do is pop my hood up. I love this coat because it's got a button here so that I can really like bury my face so it doesn't get cold. But so long as I'm not standing directly into the wind, if I'm turned to the side, the fur on the hood is going to cut through the wind. So my face doesn't feel the wind. That is huge. And it's something that I talk about in my layering video. Super important to look for. And then the other reason why this is such a great coat, so aside from the fur on the hood, the fur on the sleeves is great, and the fact that it's a sheepskin coat, so it's ultra warm. The other reason that this is such a good coat for extreme cold weather is that it's a full length coat. I used to only get like waist, like coats that would stop at your waist. No more. I'm not going back. Like, I've made all the mistakes in terms of like winter wear. So I've learned a lot of lessons. Getting something that is at least down to your knees will keep you so warm. Oh my gosh. Or even like just your thighs is great. But if you can get a full length coat, whew, that's what this is. This one is a full length coat. So you can't even see how far down it goes. But those are just a few things that make this a really great coat. I'm excited to test it out in -40s and see how it holds up. But yeah, this is my new Overland coat. So we're going to wear it to go get the mail. I think there's maybe a couple of other Overland goodies in the mailbox, so I'm excited for that. But we will answer some more questions. But first, we've got to get the snowmobile hooked up to the sled, started, warmed up, and ready to go. Okay, somebody asked what's the hardest part about living in the woods. As you can see, my snowmobile was giving me all sorts of trouble today. I think most of my frustrations come from that dang snowmobile. They're kind of like jet skis, you know? Like, they're always breaking. Like, so maybe it's not just snowmobile frustrations. It's just like when you're wanting to go somewhere and like something breaks, or like you've got a plan, but Mother Nature or like stuff that breaks has a different plan for you. So you kind of just have to like go with the flow and like take a few deep breaths sometimes, because that's frustrating. Like the snowmobile was stuck, it like got iced in, and my husband isn't here, and I'm like 100 pounds. Like, what am I gonna do? Usually he would just like pick up the back end and like move it over, but had to be smart. Took me a second to be smart and get the four-wheeler over and get the winch going and pull the snowmobile forward so it wasn't stuck. So I got it, and that feels good. So like, even the hardest parts come with like a reward, right? Like, now I've done it myself. I can carry on to go get the mail. But just stuff like that. Like when you have your own plan, but cabin life has a different plan. So that's a hard part, I would say. But like I said, it comes with a rewarding side as well. So, okay, the snowmobile is going. I was just letting my phone charge because, of course, it dies. I'm like the most unprepared person, I swear. Okay, let's go get the mail for real this time. Okay, so here's my dilemma. This is the first time that I've taken the snowmobile like our normal route on the river, and And my husband drilled the other day to find out like if it was safe, like if there was enough ice. There was, but he didn't say anything about slush. Slush is terrifying to me. Like, it's, for me, that's the scariest thing about living here, which is like not really a valid fear if I'm close to home, but like slush scares the crap out of me. Like on a snowmobile, if you don't know what slush is, like look it up. I just don't want to get stuck, but I guess it'll make for entertainment for you if I get stuck. But I don't know, let's see. Wish me luck. Alright, you guys, wish me luck. Here we go. Oh, let's see. I made it! I made it. No slush. Oh man. Ice. Oh well, those aren't iced in. That's good. Okay, I'm gonna answer a question while my windshield melts. And the question is, how do you stay positive during the dark and cold winters? And this is no joke. Like, here in Minnesota, it is very common to go to work in the dark, come home in the dark, and freeze your butt off both directions. And then you're kind of cooped up inside the rest of the time. So it can play tricks on your mental health, and it can take a toll on your physical health as well, because it's such a sedentary sort of season. Definitely more so than summer, right? So I could say a lot on this topic. I'll try to boil it down to 3 tips, just off the top of my head, okay? The first one is something that I'm sure you're hearing everywhere if you spend any amount of time on social media, and maybe you've experienced this. But social media, logging on to social media, it's designed to give you a dopamine hit. I find that being online on social media can be really damaging to your mental health, especially in the winter. More so in the winter compared to the summer. In the summer, we're busy, we're doing stuff, we're going places, we're outside, we're engaging in all of these other things that bring meaning and joy to our lives. But in the winter, it can feel like fewer of those things. And I'll tell you why. It's because our society moves at the pace of summer all year long, even when it's not summer. Summer is like this firecracker energy that's like busy and do, right? Winter is not meant for that. Winter is this restful period that's meant for you to slow down, turn inward, reset. But I think there's a certain amount of guilt that our society has kind of baked into that and into rest, that it makes it really challenging for us to rest without feeling guilt. And then it's not rest anymore if you're feeling guilty about it. So all of that to say, I think that social media is like this numbing thing that we go for in the times where like nothing else is going on, and heaven forbid we rest, right? So reach for Instagram or reach for YouTube, like you're here right now, you know, or reach for Netflix or whatever it is. And I think that can be so damaging in the winter. You end up like comparing yourself to the people you're seeing online. You end up like outsourcing like your own, like checking in with yourself. You don't have boredom anymore. And boredom is a way for us to, instead of turning outward, to turn inward and say, okay, what should I be doing? I'm bored. What should I do? We don't have that anymore. Now we reach into our pocket and pull out our phone, and there's no boredom. There's no turning inward. And that is what winter is all about, is turning inward. So I would say take a couple weeks off, like delete your social media apps, delete Instagram, delete YouTube, delete Facebook, delete Twitter, delete TikTok. Oh my God, delete TikTok. I'm not a fan of TikTok. That's a topic for another day. But log off for a couple of weeks and just see what happens. Okay, so that's number one. Number two would be some sort of movement. Like, I made this mistake last year. I like leaned hard into the restfulness of winter. I leaned too hard, okay? I just felt like stagnant and like puffy and like not good in my body. You know what I mean? So now we've got a treadmill in the cabin and I just walk. I walk, I do Pilates, I move. I just move. That's it. Like, there's no strings attached. There's no goal of looking a certain way or losing weight, or like there's no fitness goals tied to this other than move my body every day. And sometimes it can be not appealing to go outside when it's dark and like go for a walk, or if it's -20, go for a walk, right? So move your body in some way, shape, or form and don't attach any strings to it. Okay, so reduce screen time, move your body. These are simple things, you guys, and I know it's easy to be like, yeah, so you want me to walk and like delete Instagram. But like, the more simplistic something is, the more elegant and potent it tends to be. So don't discount it just because it's simple, right? Social media, movement, and I have so many things floating around in my brain here on this, but let's pick a third one for you. She just burped. Arlo, say excuse me, that's gross. Okay, I got the third one. The third one is just to get out of your house. Like, cabin fever is a real thing. Like, that's why I'm going to get the mail today. I needed to get out of the house. So like, it doesn't have to be to get out of the house to go spend money or anything. Like, I know gas costs money these days. I get that. But like, I'm not telling you to like go shopping, or, you know, we don't need to go wander around Target for an hour, right? Maybe we do. But leave your house. Like, I get so cooped up if I'm not leaving to go do just anything. See people. Even if you're not engaging with them, like, go be in the world. Even if it's just to get to the mail. So that would be like interaction with the world. So interaction with the world, movement, and being really mindful about your screen time. Those would be my tips for staying positive during the cold and dark winters. My windshield is thawed officially, so let's go get the mail. All right, we got the mail, and I'll answer a really quick question about how long is it going to take to build the house. So if you're new here, my husband and I and my dad is helping us build a house on the property, since the cabin we live in right now is quite small if we're talking about like starting a family. So this is not like your average like hire a contractor, you have a house in like a year to 2 years. This is like, we're building it ourselves, 5 year sort of situation. So this will be a very long project. You will get to witness the unfolding of all of it. But yeah, 5 years is kind of the goal. I don't want to laugh at you, but get in the bucket. Oh, that was too funny. Okay, here we go. It's too funny, Arlo. Okay, so minimal mail today, but I did get some more goodies from Overland that I'm excited about. One of them is still on its way, and they're mittens. I'll put a picture of them right here. They're sheepskin mittens, which growing up, everybody around me had mittens like this, and I never did. And I'm so excited for them to finally arrive because I've always wanted a pair just like that. And I will definitely share with you guys what I think of them when they come. But the other one that they sent, I've also never owned a pair of these, so I'm excited. It's earmuffs. I've never had earmuffs, you guys. I think earmuffs are a great idea for like when you're just bopping around town, like running errands and stuff, especially if you've like done your hair nice and you don't want to mess it up with a hat. Oh my gosh, cute. For cute. Seriously. Best mail day. Wow. I think they have these in another color. If they do, I'll put them right here. These are the black ones. Yeah, I love these. These are great. I feel like these would be especially good with like if your hair was up. Oh, tag. We don't need this tag anymore. Let's get rid of the tag. There we go. I feel like if you had your hair up, these would be perfect. If you had your hair in like a nice updo. Cute. Oh my gosh, I feel like I need to go ice skating. Okay, well, that concludes another eventful Mail Run Monday. If you have any questions for the next Mail Run Monday, you can leave them in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for all the questions that you sent in. Thank you to Overland for gifting this beautiful jacket and earmuffs and mittens. I can't wait to share those with you, and we'll see you next time.